104.7 The Cave, Springfield's pure classic rock. I've got Joe Dombrowski on the phone this morning, who's got two shows at the Blue Room Comedy Club this Wednesday, December 1st, and it is a pleasure to speak with you over the phone. I have seen your April Fool's Day spelling bee prank on YouTube, and what a lot of people don't know is that not only are you a comedian, but you're also a kindergarten teacher, which I think is probably the perfect place for a comedian to be.
Oh, honestly, it's the same thing as being a comedian because every day I have hecklers in the classroom, and then I go to the clubs and I have hecklers in the club. It's the same thing.
And isn't that funny? You get kids that are 4, 5, 6 years old, and they act the same as you drunk people that are in their 30s, which I think is hilarious. So tell me about your material that you're bringing to Springfield this week.
I do a lot about the craziness that happens in the classroom because people think they know what kindergarten teaching is like. Trust me, they do not. It is absolutely psychotic. There are no filters, and I'm just bringing it to audiences raw and real, telling them like it is, and hopefully making some people laugh.
Well, it's like I said, I think it's an awesome thing. One of the things I wanted to ask you was, comedians, they like to test out their material, and sometimes before they have a special, they go hit a bunch of clubs, or if they've got an appearance on a TV show, they'll do a couple just real quick sets just to kind of work on stuff, see how it does. Do you ever work on your material in front of your kids?
Oh yeah, all the time. The funny thing is usually the funny thing is if they don't understand it, then I know the clubs will love it. So then I'll do things to them, and then I'll take it back to the clubs and see if it works. And it's just so good. And kindergartners are so forgiving that it's just like a fun time every single day.
It's so funny. You kind of got like a barometer for how that, if they're like looking at you, goes, that's it. I need to keep, that's gold. That's gold.
Exactly. And they kind of understand what being a comedian is, but they call me a joke teller. So I had a kid come up to me, and he's like, my dad says you're a joke teller for money? It's like, yeah.
And guess what? That kid is going to want to wind up being a joke teller too when they get older. So that's awesome. Well, that's great that you're able to bring that to these kids, which, I wish my kindergarten teacher had been a comedian instead of an older lady in her 60s that liked to yell at us a lot. So I think I may have had a different path had I had you as my teacher. But again, Joe, thank you so much for your time this morning. He's at the Blue Room Comedy Club on Wednesday night, 2 shows, and travel safe, sir.
Awesome. Thanks for having me.